following is an exclusive presentation of Ravens Productions.
Coming up on this week's Ravens Report, the Ravens win a wild game against the Bears. Plus, it's time for AFC North football. We preview Sunday night's matchup against the Browns with linebacker Patrick Queen. All that and more on this week's Ravens Report.
He's a 15-10-5 touchdown Ravens. They are dancing in the aisles. Oh, what a scene we have at M&T. Family on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Welcome to this week's edition of Ravens Report. From the Under Armour Performance Center, I'm Evan Washburn. Well, after a one-week aberration in Miami, the dramatic Ravens were back in full effect this past Sunday in Chicago. An incredibly gutsy win without Lamar Jackson, who we know was a late scratch due to an illness. And he was just one of many key players out for this game. But as has been the case all year, the Ravens found a way to win. And credit Tyler Huntley in his first NFL start, showing no doubt he belongs in this league. And this was a critical win, as the schedule will heat up with plenty of AFC North football on the horizon, and with no opponent on that schedule having a losing record. And that starts Sunday night against the Browns. But before we look ahead, let's head back to the Windy City and relive all the highs and lows of a wild win through the lens of Justin Ellis, who we had mic'd up.
Let's go, fourth quarter, all quarter. Whatever it takes. Whatever we gotta do. We know what time it is. Yeah. Hey, really, it's the time to make a play. For real, we go. Hey, real time, it's time to make a play. It's time to make a play.
Time is going to become a major concern right now if the Ravens don't force the Bears 3 and out.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And the Ravens defense comes through, forcing the Bears 3 and out. As O'Donnell got the kickoff, it was definitely off the right arm of Jalen Ferguson. And that will give the Ravens the ball with great field position in Chicago territory.
Way to go! Let's go, boy! Fergie! Big time. That's big time.
Justin Tucker will come on. He has hit today from 35 and from 27. This for the lead. A 46-yard field goal try from the right hash mark. Tucker from 46. Kick on the way. It is good. Justin Tucker has given the Ravens the lead. And on his 32nd birthday, Justin Tucker is giving Ravens fans the treat and the gifts with his third field goal of the day.
You know as well as I do. Yeah, you too, bro. As soon as it left my foot, I'm like, oh, yeah, oh. Like,
square enough that it just stayed in the line. It didn't move with the line.
Like inside the right upright then?
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah. That's all you can do, right? Well, be ready to kick another one. We always have to be ready to kick another one.
Yep.
And as if we hadn't had enough drama already the first 10 weeks of this season, welcome to week 11. Your heart rate should be up. Your adrenaline should be pumping. Your stomach should be churning because it's a Ravens Sunday. What else would you do? Well, now Tyler Huntley knows the mission. He has to figure out a way to get the Ravens their first touchdown of the day because Justin Tucker can't win this. Tyler Huntley, 133. 2 timeouts to work with. And 72 yards he has to go to give the Ravens a winning touchdown.
Let's go, y'all. Protect the ball, O. Let's go.
Huntley out of the gun, takes the snap, looking, fires far sideline. He's got a man open, Devin Duvernay. We are not done yet at Soldier Field.
Let's go, O. Come on, 2.
3rd and 13 with 33 seconds left to play. He goes to throw, he's being tracked, hit as he throws, far sideline. It is caught! Sammy Watkins at the 5-yard line. It is first down. Ricard goes in motion. The give is to Freeman, left side. Touchdown, Ravens! Devontae Freeman, and the Ravens have taken the lead with 22 seconds left in Chicago.
Let's go! Hey, good job, Two. That's your first one. Hey, good job, yo. Good job, Two. Hey, way to keep the faith. Way to keep the faith. Big time, bro. Big time. You already know, man. Yeah, man. Let's do it. What I tell you, boy? Yeah. Good, bro. All right, now I don't want to speak 13 seconds too soon, but if we have to, we'll go and win this in overtime too. Yeah, you know it. Awesome. What a play. Yeah. 7 round. 7 round. You was on the phone with us. 7 round. 7 round.
Deep drop. Final second comes off the clock. Tyus Bowser with the sack. Time has expired. The Hayes in the barn, and the Ravens come back to win it in Chicago.
Enjoy that, bro. That's your first big time win, bro. Enjoy that. Love you, bro.
And the Ravens secure their 7th win of the season. It is never easy. It is never without drama. But you've got to admit to yourself, man, these Sundays are fun.
And Tyler Huntley made some history on Sunday, becoming just the 4th quarterback in the last 30 years to lead a game-winning drive in the final 2 minutes of regulation in their first career NFL start. Impressive. Coming up next, linebacker Patrick Queen has been flying all over the field the last few weeks. And after the break, he stops by to talk about his game in year 2. Welcome back to Ravens Report, presented by MedStar Health. I'm Evan Washburn. One of the bright spots of the Ravens defense the last few weeks has been the play of second-year linebacker Patrick Queen, who after making the switch from middle linebacker to weak side backer has been excelling, using his speed to break up plays in the backfield and all across the line of scrimmage, including a big 3rd down stop last week in Chicago. And for more on his growth in this Ravens defense, here is Patrick with Shelby Granath.
Patrick, what a win in the Windy City. What has been your reaction to all the different ways this team has won games?
Like everybody says, it's faith. When there's time on the clock, we still got a chance. So, our thing is just going out there, getting to stop, trying to get the ball back to our offense and let them make plays and make stuff happen.
If I would have told you at the beginning of the season that this team would have 15 players on IR, that Lamar Jackson and Hollywood Brown would not play against the Bears, but you would still go to Chicago and get a victory, would you believe me?
I wouldn't. It's just stuff like that we're going through right now is just you never heard of and never seen it before. So, we're really just thankful and, give all the credit to God and the team.
Every week it seems like a new Raven steps up and makes a play that wins the game. This week it was Tyler Huntley. What is it about this team that allows it to keep winning despite all the adversity it's faced?
And shout out Snoop, he had a good game. But our team, we just all together. Like it's a connection that we haven't seen before. So I know when somebody go down, somebody else gonna step up. If I need to step up, I'm gonna step up. So whenever the play is called and it's time to make that play, I know our team can make that play.
This season, you moved from Mike linebacker to Will linebacker. What has that position adjustment been like for you?
It's been smooth, great. Just see ball, get ball at this point, just playing, being free, being me. So, I'm thankful for the move, and, I'm just ready to go out there and make some more plays.
For you, what has been the biggest difference for your second year in the NFL compared to your rookie season?
Being more mature, just, buying into the moments, just taking every moment and just, embracing it and just loving every second of it. Just taking things day by day because it goes by fast. Like, we're already week, 12, so yeah, it flies by.
Josh Bynes joined this team towards the end of training camp, and he just seems like a strong veteran leader out there. How has he helped you?
Josh talks a lot. He talks a lot. That's my guy. He's been, mentoring me since he got here. So from the first day he got here. So I'm really thankful for him. He, just guides me, tells me stuff, shows me what, he looks for, and, just try to up my game with him.
What's the most important lesson you've learned from him?
Study. If one thing I can say about Josh, he studies a lot. Like, he's texting me plays. Like, I'm watching film by myself, and I see him text me plays. Like, I'm like, dang, like, you ahead of me already?
This week begins a stretch of really tough games against division foes. 5 of the last 7 games this season are against AFC North opponents. What does this team need to do to get through these next few months?
I think we just do what we're doing right now, just playing together, playing as one, and, just more effort, just bring it every down. Don't look back, don't take a play out, just be aggressive and be us.
Now the Browns have a dangerous offense, arguably one of the best running backs in the league. What are the keys to slowing down Baker Mayfield's squad?
You just gotta play football, play our type of football, play physical football, dominant football for 4 quarters every play. So that's all it come down to. They got a great squad, we got a great squad. So that's what it's gonna come down to. Primetime
game at M&T Bank Stadium. What are night games like in that place?
It's electric. It's different. It's like vibes from Tiger Stadium. So I love our fans. I love our stadium. I can't wait to see it rocking.
Now we always end these with this or that rapid fire questions, and we have a Thanksgiving edition for you.
Right.
So we'll start with the big one, turkey or ham?
Turkey.
Mashed potatoes or sweet potatoes?
Mashed potatoes for sure.
Mac and cheese or stuffing?
Mac and cheese.
Green beans or Brussels sprouts?
Green beans.
Carrots or yams?
Carrots.
Do you decorate for Christmas before Thanksgiving or after Thanksgiving?
After.
Play on Thanksgiving Day or play on Christmas Day?
Christmas Day.
And now this one I know you're passionate about, so eggnog chilled or warm?
Chilled, for sure. Warm, just, that's disgusting. It gotta be chilled.
Well, Patrick, now that we're both hungry and ready for Thanksgiving, thanks so much for joining us. Enjoy the holiday and good luck on Sunday against the Browns.
Thank you.
And at just 22 years old, Queen is still one of the youngest guys on this roster and clearly has plenty of potential to continue to take his game to another level and maybe make that list of all-time great linebackers in Baltimore. Coming up next on Ravens Report, we go inside the locker room to join the post-game celebration after another dramatic win.
Ravens Report is brought to you by MedStar Health, the official medical team of the Baltimore Ravens, and you. MedStar Health. It's how we treat people.
Welcome back to this week's edition of Ravens Report from the Under Armour Performance Center. I'm Evan Washburn. As we acknowledged at the top of the show, last Sunday's game against the Bears certainly did not lack for drama. The fourth quarter swings alone were enough to give some chest pains. And just when it looked like Andy Dalton had crushed the hearts of Ravens fans once again, Tyler Huntley orchestrated a gorgeous 72-yard game-winning drive, capped off with a Devontae Freeman touchdown run. And the celebration in the locker room was fitting for what was a special game.
Well, what are you chalking up to? What are you chalking up to? Faith and guts. Faith and guts. I'll chalk it up to that too. I'll chalk it up to some execution too. All right. How about the defense, man? All right. I think you were like 211 on third down or something like that. And then here's the thing. I mean, it was a tough, hard-fought game. We had our moments. We had our dark moments. I mean, Eric said, he comes in and goes, it was dark. It was dark. It was dark, Eric. It was dark. But then it was light, right? Then it was light because we kept our faith. We kept fighting with each other and for one another. Nobody did anything too much great. We all just did our little job, whatever that little job was. We kept our faith for one another. Trace and I were talking before. Like I was reminded this morning. I see by Craig Versteeg on a text. He said on September 3rd of this year, we dedicated this season to who? The Lord. The Lord, man. We dedicated this season to God. We decided to do that together, right? And I felt like when I was coming here, and you know what God said? Hang on for the ride, right? Hang on, baby. It's going to be one heck of a ride. It's going to be a ride. Are we on a ride right now? Sure. But what did Trace reminded me? He also said, what'd you say, Trace?
Say he's got us.
He's got us. That's what Trey Say's got us. You know what? I believe, okay? I believe in that, and I believe in you. I believe in the guys in the circle. But one thing about this team, one thing about these coaches, one thing about these players, ain't nobody taking their foot off the gas, and nobody doubting one another, and nobody's ever going to stop fighting. We agree with that?
Yes, sir.
No matter what. We know that, all right? And we're going to take this ride. We're going to take it together, okay? So what about the game balls? Who deserves a game ball? How about we leave it at that, all right? Yeah. Leave it at that for now, all right? Let's go enjoy this. I want you to enjoy this until Tuesday afternoon, all right? Then we get ready for Sunday Night Football against the Cleveland Browns at M&T Bank Stadium. You guys, bro. Come on.
Yes, Snoop.
Hey, it's it's a pleasure to play with you guys, you know, and play for the coaches, and it's a blessing. You know what I mean? Nobody expect us to be here, for real. Hey, love on three, 1, 2, 3. Love!
Man, what a day for Tyler Huntley. It starts on the bus ride over with a text from Lamar Jackson saying, "Go do your thing," and ended with a game ball. Coming up next on Ravens Report, along with Huntley, Tyus Bowser really shined on Sunday in Chicago. And former Ravens head coach Brian Billick breaks down both performances next.
Brian Billick's Breakdown is powered by Microsoft, the official tablet of the Baltimore Ravens.
Welcome back to this week's edition of Ravens Report, presented by MedStar Health. I'm Evan Washburn. For good reason, Tyler Huntley grabbed most of the headlines after Sunday's win. But outside linebacker Tyus Bowser had a huge game as well, with a forced fumble and 2 sacks, one of which helped seal the win for the Ravens. And for more on both performances, here's Brian Billick with this week's Billick's Breakdown.
Well, anybody that follows my commentary, whether it's on a podcast, the radio shows, or here on Ravens.com, knows the value I put on the ability to win on the road. And when you're talking about the last minute to lose your starting quarterback, and the way that Tyler Huntley and the Ravens responded was very, very impressive. Huntley's just the 4th quarterback over the last 30 years to record a game-winning drive within the final 2 minutes in his first career start. So let's look at a couple of the particular big plays. We're going to start on the defensive side. And obviously, defense had to step up big. We always talk about the defense's ability to hold the edge. Here you see the whole right side of the defense holding the edge of the offensive formation of the Chicago Bears. And that forces the running back to hesitate. Queen starts to flow over the top, but then he sees that hesitation, sees that the defense has the edge, fills in behind, and gets a big play on the run. Next play, it's all about, obviously, pressure on the quarterback. And last week, we talked about the presence of Calais Campbell. On this play, you can see that Campbell draws up 2 protectors, the offensive center and the left guard. That creates one-on-one matches across the board, and everybody wins. Bowser and Houston on the outside kind of meet at the quarterback because of the one-on-one matchups, collapse on the outside edge, and force the fumble by Fields. On the offensive side, obviously, and particularly in the last drive, but there were some creative things that Greg Roman did with the offense, obviously, to help Huntley in his first start. This first play, you can see, remember the pressure problems we had last week and getting pressure on the quarterback? He do a nice job of rolling Huntley to the right side. That allows the guard pulls out, gives you a chance to move the pocket. Andrew kind of sneaks out of the formation, leaks out across, kind of opposite from the roll itself, and settles down into a huge hole. You can see the way the defense has to respond to this rolling pocket, and Huntley sees a wide open Andrews for a big game. And now let's look at 2 plays from the game-winning drive. This was kind of interesting. You're going to see 2 things here. Combination of great protection and a well-designed route. It's a bunch route. You can see on the right side. Andrews and Watkins, I should say, get out and kind of run deep ends. Duvernay runs like almost a flat. It's going to be kind of like a wheel route. He gets up the sideline, and it puts the corner in a dilemma because now he has to fall out because the running back has leaked out in behind the bunch into the flat. So it's a well-designed route. This takes a long time to develop. So you can see the offensive line does a good job of holding off the rush of the Chicago Bears, who do a good job putting pressure on the quarterback so he can complete this late developing wheel route on the outside to Duvernay. And then this last one, this was obviously a huge play on 3rd and 12. They motion into the bunch. We just saw the bunch formation on the previous play. So they motion down into the bunch, and the Bears, they want to bring a 6-man pressure. That means they're man for man on the backside. Well, they mess it up. They somehow, the motion or the bunch confuse them. They leave Watkins totally uncovered. As he is the tip of the bunch, he gets to the outside. Huntley does a good job of waiting it out. He sees the drop man coverage, so he's just got to buy a little bit of time, getting away from the rush and getting the big play down the field that obviously sets up the game-winning score.
So now the Ravens' attention turns squarely to the AFC North, where 5 of their final 7 games will be in the division, starting with the Cleveland Browns, who are loaded with talent on both sides of the ball. And if recent history is any indicator, this game could be another classic Sunday night at the bank. Here are a couple keys for this one from my perspective. Defensively, you have to stop the run when facing the Browns. Cleveland's number 1 in the NFL in rushing offense. Good news, though, the Ravens are number 2 in run defense. Offensively, try your best to contain Myles Garrett. He can wreck a game quickly. He leads the NFL with 13 sacks. That's it for this week's show. Thanks so much for watching, and make sure to download the Ravens TV app on your Roku, Apple, or Fire TV device, where you can access an on-demand library of game highlights, features, and live events from the comfort of your own home. Enjoy the game Sunday night, and we'll see you right back here next week for another edition of Ravens Report.